Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. SeKo Starcraft back with some more games from the Ritmix RSL. I was a little surprised by the amount of amazing talent going into this tournament. I thought it was just kind of a small little thing. Then a whole bunch of replays got blown up, and now there's some really good looking players in here, including Startale LIfe. I would say he's probably within the top 5 players right now in the world. I know that can come with a little bit of argument, but the guy is phenomenal against a Liquid Hero, also doing amazing. Been on the scene for a while, but now he's starting to win quite a bit. His performance at WCS obviously helps tell that story. Speed up slightly at the beginning here. So this should be really cool, and we see that Liquid Hero is playing under the EGTL tag, because I believe he is still in Korea, spending a lot of time in the GSTL alongside Evil Genius. Double extractor cancel. Don't see that too much anymore these days. Actually, that's because this was a super early spawning pool, which is a little surprising to me. There's 4 lings, 6 lings coming out now. Where did the probe go? Oh, the probe's still down there like he's blocking something. Whereas right now, Life is actually doing a bit of scouting. Back at home, there's nothing here for a wall off. The gateway at least is first. But he's going to see all them there lings. He's going to check for any gas to see if this would be any type of a baneling assault, which that is not the case. A zealot is on the way, as well as a cyber core. Wouldn't have surprised me if he wanted to throw down a forge perhaps instead so he could get out a cannon. But I think Hero should be okay for this. The lings are going in the correct direction because he has his overlord one spot and the drone going the other. Don't think he spent any of his chrono boost on getting out this zealot. He might be saving it so they can get out perhaps a stalker or a sentry after the fact. Life was probably hoping there'd be a fast expand here out of Hero. There is not. With the zealot in the mineral line as well, and my computer trying to keep up with the amazingness of these two players. There's the chrono boost, as I thought it would be. Ooh. Trying to block off all the different ways the lings can get into the mineral line. Once the stalker is out, he'll be able to more effectively... Oh, he's going to try to... He hasn't gotten any yet. Loses 1 ling. A little bit of damage on 2 of them as well. Looks like what he's trying to do is squeeze past to the injured probe. Wow, that really didn't work out very well at all for Life. Did he get... He got 1 worker killed somewhere. It might have been the one that was hovering around inside of the base here. Yeah, the queen killed that probe. So that was a really big investment out of Life there that is not paid off. I mean, obviously the expansion for the Protoss might not have been down as fast as he wanted. Oh, 2 lings still available kicking around here. There's 1 weak probe that they're trying to get. They have not been able to get it. Mothership core is out now, so that is essentially finished. Stalker is crossing the map. There isn't any speed or anything to be able to deal with it. Hero has got amazing Stalker control, so I think he's going to be able to get a little bit of damage in here, at least be a bit of a pest. Ooh, that's actually a lot of lings. Is he going to get that Stalker? Nope, it looks like the Stalker is just going to get away. The Zealot's going to get trapped in here. Good micro from Life there. He actually didn't lose any more zerglings than he had to. Speed isn't on the way yet. So I'm not thinking... Oh, wow. Almost lost that Stalker. And here I was pumping up all of Hero's amazing unit control. It's a different kind of play style out of Life here. Going for something a little bit more aggressive at the start. Where did all those things go? Come back here. There we go. Now, there isn't another Stalker or Zealot or anything out right now either. He does pick off the probe. Now that sentry's in place, that should be dealt with. No 3rd base yet either. And this is, well, at least Hero knows about no base being down here. He's not aware yet if there would be maybe another expansion. By this stage of the game, you're usually seeing that third base pop out from the zerg player. 2 gas, third one being built, layers just started, a couple more lings. I would have to say this is a pretty unconventional style thus far, but life, this guy's also super young as well, so this kid is pretty darn good. So I'll take his word on it that this style that he is using is effective. Roach Warren on the way and an Oracle. Oracle's a great choice, even if the queens shoo it away from the mineral lines. There's not going to be any hydras or mulisks out on the map to deal with it, and one Oracle, even if it's used back at home for defense, will just cut through so much zergling pressure and even do pretty good damage on the roaches, even though the roaches are armored. Guess he gave up on that ling. There's the third base. Not super delayed. When we look at the actual unit count here, we see that there's still a slight lead for the Zerg player, even though he's on equal bases with the Protoss with Chrono Boost. So he's doing okay with that. I would be expecting that this air control is going to allow Hero to go up to a third base, and then he might invest into another couple of Stargates. The 3 Stargate Protoss build against Zerg is working wonders right now. This is also kind of cool. I guess he's out of energy, or does Oracle not matter? There we go. See, it still cuts through those roaches pretty fast. That's a pretty good contingent. Ooh, there's the spore in there though that he's not going to be able to do much with. He's trying to find the sweet spot. He's going to lose it? Wow, just pulls that out of there in time. He did save the Oracle, which is good. What did he get for workers there? Only got 3. I don't know if it was a great investment. Having out a Warp Prism or 2 should be able to let him hold off any type of damage coming in. No upgrades really started at all yet for our Protoss player. Where's the Zerg player? Huge swell of drones. Looks like these roaches are just going to hopefully keep the Protoss back in his base a while. Shots in the face. Base is getting very nicely saturated up. Oh, that's lucky. Picked himself off 4 quick kills. It's alright. The interesting thing, if he had 2 oracles, he probably would have been able to kill his way through the queens and the spore crawlers pretty easily. But he's investing in a pretty diverse selection of units right now. Nexus Cannon and Warp Prisms work well. Looks like he may have taken out, I think maybe a pylon was there, maybe a gateway. Roaches do have speed, so they'll be able to get away without too much more damage happening. 11 Hydralisks, Grooved Spines, the +1 missile. That should keep him pretty well safe against this very light air pressure. Hasn't been an overcommitment yet out of the Protoss player. There's the other 2 Stargates. Look how smart I am. Though this is... Those Stargates are a little bit unfortunately timed. Because all of his units now are out on the map, unable to actually keep that third base. He will not be able to support these 3 warp gates very easily and any upgrades on just the 2 bases. He's going to trap him in. Oh, there is one immortal down here as well. I'll drive that stuff back pretty quick. Trying to get the upgrades. You see that they go for this shield level because that also contributes to the air as well. This one zealot. Oh, almost got that last kill. Would have been pretty sick if he got a couple more. Just keeping him on the 3 bases though. Can't complain too much about that. Though this third base here from Hero is pretty far delayed, and you can see that the supplies are starting to pull quite a bit up for life over top of his Protoss opponent. What's really important, this is such a weird mix of tech. Immortal, voidray, Colossus. Does have an Oracle out as well as a Phoenix. That's a pretty good chunk of army. Happily for him, having this Colossus, does it have range yet? I believe it does. Hey, I'm not sure. This still might be too much army though, even with this one Colossus out here to deal with. Voidrays are not being targeted down yet. That's a pretty good chunk of army. Does get the cancel off on the base at least, but Life's in a pretty good spot right now. Did keep his Colossus alive, and the next one will be out soon, so he should be able to hold the front. But this is just giving so much control for Life. The range from the Hydralisks will be able to do a little bit more damage. This Colossus, is he gonna save it? No, shoot, he does not. Just another big smother play here out of the Protoss. Sorry, against the Zerg player. Looks like those gonna work out. This Colossus has 19 kills, but it's gonna get shot down now. A little bit of poor control out of Hero there. Wanted to try to use it a little bit more. Don't see anything else crossing the map yet for Life. So it looks like he's gonna take a bit of a breather, get up his hive tech. Does have up his 4th base. Not a overwhelmed. What the hell? He's gonna get it. Wow, those move at a pretty equal speed. 5th base. The creep spread isn't amazing out of Life, just enough to connect all of his bases together so he can defend better if need be. But having all this pressure on the Protoss player just lets him do. Oh, don't do that. Lets him control the pace of this game a lot more. This is the kind of style of Zerg that I like to play, which is, if I put the pressure on my opponent, he can't be putting the pressure on me and making me uncomfortable. Wow, got blown right the hell up. Still 2 base for the Protoss, and he's gonna have to stay that way until he gets up enough army. But his resource is just too low. He's not making anything out of any of his Stargates. 1 Colossus and a couple of Zealots, because that's all he can really afford. His main base is gonna be empty soon. Another 10 Hydras. Spire's just finishing up. Has not been super diligent on any of his upgrades here. Been a little bit more prone to just try to put on pressure. With the Hydra speed, I don't know if these voidrays are going to get a lot done out here on the map. I know he wants to try to put the pressure back, but this army is so small. The Zerg player sees it coming as well. Yeah, that's what I figured. He was just doing that to feign some pressure, to pull the army away, to give him the opportunity to cancel this base. It's a smart move, a very mature move there out of Hero. But unfortunately now, this army can probably just kill him off, and his voidrays are not at home to be able to defend. Oh boy. Well, he sees it all coming with the Oracle snapshot that gets him the ability to see everything. These voidrays might end up. Nope, he does notice. I think his Colossus are pretty much going to be toast as soon as these Vipers happen. That's so cute. If you ever notice, if you throw down a bunch of force fields and you drag a Colossus, it'll kill all those force fields in the way as well, because of them being a massive unit. Life is already maxed again. Has his Greater Spire on the way. +3 range. Is he gonna be able to get that Colossus? Guess not. Voidrays trying to snipe a bit from the top ground. I mean, the Hero's trading very cost effectively, and you think Life might be able to do a bit of a better job about it. But when you've got that much units, that much economy, you can afford to just really keep your opponent's army really small. And I think that's what Life wanted to do, is not give the chance for Hero to build up too big of an army, even on 2 bases. Great game 1 out of Life there. A little bit of an unconventional opening. Worked out super great. We'll on to game 2 here in just a moment.